If you guys would like to get yourself some official Simpzy merchandise, check out my Spreadshirt link in the description below for t-shirts, hoodies, mugs and cups. If you do make a purchase, send me a photo on Twitter and I will retweet it. But regardless, let's get stuck into the video. Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Seven Kingdoms Total War, a Game of Thrones mod for Total War Attila. Here today we have the custom map Battle for Hardhome in Game of Thrones. So we're going to be controlling Jon Snow and the Night's Watch sort of rescue contingent which went past the wall to defend the wildling residents of Hardhome. I'll put in the description below the map, the custom map, if you'd like to download and play along with me. I highly recommend it. We've also got a couple of wildling units helping out with Torment Giantsbane. So we're going to be facing the White Walkers here today. I would love, there's Jon Snow there, I'd love to see, what is he looking up in the, is he walking? Jon Snow's fucking walking again. Go no, yeah, anyway, some of the Starks actually do, in the books, Jon actually sometimes walks into Ghost. He has sort of wolf dreams, but he sort of suppresses it, unlike his brother, of course, Bran. Well, you guys know it. You know, I can't even be bothered. His cousin Bran, of course, but yeah. He does sort of suppress it. I think, does Rob have wolf dreams? I can't remember off the top of my head. But regardless, they're not going to be coming on top of our heads. That's the main thing, coming off from the side of the cliff. So we are outnumbered quite significantly. We have 3,500 of the coalition between the wildlings and the men of the Night's Watch. And we're facing 9,000, yes, 9,000 White Walkers. So in my army build, we've roughly got around about 5 ranger longbowmen. We've got 5 of the swordsmen, 2 thens helping out, mostly made up of just scraps of wildlings here and there. Cave people, Hornfoot, Chrome. I can't think of the wildling clans. All of them. But we're getting pushed for Hardhome here. We do have a small amount of defenses, but here are some of the White Walker skeletons. We will be facing some of the heavier White Walkers themselves. So guys, let me know in the comments any other custom battles you would like me to do on this Game of Thrones 7 Kingdoms Total War mod. If you guys haven't gone and checked out already my battles, obviously that's not textured over here, but I love the boats in the bay. It just looks phenomenal. These maps done for free are just so well done. You can find most of them on the workshop, and I recommend just maybe even after this video is released, just checking out just Game of Thrones mods for the workshop. Rangers, pick your targets, make your mark. They're in range. Aim loose. Soften them up before we even get there. So I've done a lot of Game of Thrones battles quite recently, especially custom ones. I've done the Field of Fire, I've done the Battle Beneath the Wall, we've done the Battle of the Blackwater, fighting outside of King's Landing, a survival battle there with the Ice Lake, but the... Oh, are they dumbing me here, or are they actually going to try and charge? A rogue arrow there has made its mark, and the skeletons are going to take the brunt of the impact against the Wildling and Night's Watch coalition. The Alliance, an uneasy one, but at the end of the day, it's against the living versus the dead. I kind of like all that diplomacy in the books, and how everyone's grey, no one's entirely evil, but they are absolutely ripping through us mere mortals. Come on. So there's a lot of holes in this Hardhome defense. We do have arrow towers, but I don't think they're actually quite active. No, it doesn't look like they're actually properly working, which is a shame, because arrow towers are basically like machine guns in Rome 2 and Attila. So as long as you've got enough to plug all the holes, the holes, especially with spearmen in a phalanx or a shield wall formation, there's not much really you can do about it. Even if you are outnumbered 3 to 1 pretty much. Roughly 9,000 to our 3,000. But the problem is going to be now is just holding on. We are stretched relatively thin. We've got no cavalry, so that would, if we had some cavalry, that would have been huge. But there was no cavalry in that engagement, of course. Archers shooting up and over. having that nice velocity and trajectory. Naming flash villains here now. A lot of blood sending their White Walkers. I mentioned this in a previous video. If you were to like slice a White Walker, it wouldn't really bleed, would it? Because most of it's like it's got no blood in it. It's probably like really clotted or down near its legs or whatnot. Kind of like Cold Hands a bit. What are they doing? Ah! Fucking come at me! Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, here we go. We got the. There we go. The Nightman, the war-painted dark wildling clowns. I got a little bit confused because he kind of looked like a bloody little White Walker. Jon Snow at the back here, cool, calm, and collected, holding the ranks, throwing some morale buffs, of course. Yeah, I think the Thens got a little bit too wild, if I do say, and the started flanking around the sides. So we are holding. They are clustering in about 2, 3, 4 areas, but we should be able to hold. It's going to be a close one, to say the least. It's, I don't know, we'll sort of just see what happens. Here we go. They're pushing through another hole here. We might even be better off charging out, hitting them while they're flat-footed, taking the initiative. There we go. So we've sent through a unit of wildling spearmen. They're going to hold out quite well. Put them at arm's length. Back and forth, rocket back and forth with the spear. We'll try and shatter them. Marchers are doing well. Stats-wise, I don't know. Right. You know what? What the fuck? I think it's time for a flanking maneuver, but they can't seem to go up and through. Come on. It looked like we could even attack our own walls there. Ah, that's bullshit. We should be able to flank. It's not my problem, that's the map's problem. It might be one of the bugs, because technically the arrow towers aren't working. Maybe that's just because of the way they coded it. But it's a bit of a shame. Anyway, more White Walkers are coming up. Okay, it's pretty hard to tell how exactly well we are doing. They're clustering more to the northern side. We've actually broken down one here on the far right. There's probably 3 more pockets up here. We've got a spare unit of wildling spears. And let's send these 2 units up here. I think they're both wildling, actually, matter of fact. Yeah. So let's pull them up. Let's pull out those wildling swords, those wildling spears. Let's hit them in the flank and fuck them in the ass. And then we'll slowly but surely make our way up one by one, moving up the line. We've got a lot of Thens down here with archer support. Hopefully not too much friendly fire. And of course we have Jon Snow holding out. And his unit especially is incredibly strong. Maybe because he's wielding a Valyrian steel sword, who knows. Okay, so there's more 4. There's probably 3 of the massive sort of pockets. So at this stage, I still think it's very early days before we can sort of announce a result. But we're doing well. We're still holding. That's the main thing. We haven't lost ground. We haven't. Well, some areas we've lost ground. Some areas we've taken ground. It's going to be a close one. But maybe with these spearmen here, might be able to do well. If we can get those swordsmen in to start cutting and hacking and slashing. Draw your swords, men. Let's show them a real northern welcome. And put the Night King back in his place. Now the mod is kind of on a bit of a hiatus. They're having a bit of a break. Whether or not they will return is uncertain. Go read the mod page and their official Twitter if you want to know. So whether or not we do get the Night King patched in or a couple of things. I do get a lot of questions for this. There's an FAQ on their mod DB, but no, some people just don't like reading that, rather be told. So a lot of the questions I always read are they going to be dragons and are they going to be what are they called? Trolls? Not trolls. Giants! That's what they're called in this universe. Fuck me. Yeah, giants. I couldn't think of what they're called. Yeah, there's not going to be any giants or trolls. They can put giant models in. There was a mod back in the day, a Bolton mod, made by an Aussie bloke that had mountains, giants in them. Fuck me. I looked at the mountains then and thought, oh, they're mountains. No, giants, which are basically just a normal human unit scaled up. Okay, we have victory on that cluster here, and we've freed up some... okay. We freed up some room there. We got 2 wildling units and some Night's Watch coming up to help. Man, if the Night King was here, just constantly rezzing the dead, like in Warhammer 1 with the vampire counts, it'd be a completely different story. Come on, push for it. We've only got a limited amount of time. Get the women and children armed, get them armed. We're slowly ferrying them across, back to Westeros, back to the Wall and Castle Black. The Thens were ready to charge. I like that sort of celebration charge where they just chuck their hands up in the air and start hacking wildlings, so they just don't fucking care, I guess. Alright, come on. We've got some guys sitting idly by. There we go. If we can start softening them up with arrows, piercing their hides, reducing their hit points quite significantly, my units that are melee based should be able to carve them up like carving a cake. Easily, hopefully. We just need to drop those hit points down. Come on. I'm using standard rounds. I did have the opportunity to use heavy or potentially a fire, but I feel like fire would be a little bit too wild for me, and I don't think, obviously, lore-wise, fire purifies and destroys White Walkers, but wouldn't do too much in-game, I don't reckon. We're better off going with the standard shot, which is higher in accuracy and just reducing their hit points while our swordsmen do most of the work. If we had cavalry, it'd be a completely different story. Better start shocking them quite a bit. So we're pushing there on this second here. We've got the high ground here on the third, and the fourth is still holding out as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's still pretty tight to call, eh? Rightio, guys. Our progression pushing up the line has been halted. We were pretty much withered down. It turned into a significant grind, to say the least. Oh no! Looks like Jon Snow unit has fled. Torment Giantsbane still here. Let's drop some more buffs with the Thens. We slowly tried to continue our position of surrounding and flanking and pushing up slowly but surely, but the White Walkers, man, they are resilient, is the word that comes to mind. They don't give up easily, those undead walking bastards. We still haven't gone past the second pocket here. Most of the units from the third fled. We've only got a couple of units of wildlings left, only 3 units of armoured rangers left, and Torment Giantsbane is holding strong there. We're pushed out a little bit, but I reckon we've even been flanked here a bit. Look at them dancing on top of us. They're coming off the mountain. They're taunting us. Yeah, no. I just think we were simply too outnumbered. Yeah, there's definitely not any coming. Oh my god! I thought that was one coming down there. Is it a bird? It's a plane. It's a White Walker. No. Yeah, I thought I saw one coming down the hill. Maybe they were like in the background, slowly falling down. No, that was definitely a fucking bird. D, you fucking bitch. You fucking bird. Right. She's pretty much all over Red Rover, if I do say so myself. Torment's unit is depleted. We've got 2 units, the last 3 units of the Night's Watch about to break. The wildlings are doing most of the heavy lifting. I'm curious to see the casualties sustained and casualties inflicted. Who did the most damage, who sort of didn't live up to snuff. But it's a bloody close one. We're doing incredibly well. We are really doing incredibly well. We killed a bloody lot of them. Seeing as we're outnumbered 3-1, we nearly got it, but I just don't think we're going to have it. There's only a couple, or maybe there's a couple, if we can flank around. Come on, we've pushed them out through the Great Way. Can we do it? They're swinging around too quickly. If we manage to get them, fuck me. Chair's squeaking like a cunt. Maybe we can just target their general. Maybe we can cause a trickle and then a rout, but I think it's just a bit late, if I'm being honest. Yeah, come on. For Torment. This isn't for the Night's Watch. This is for our home. And it's a hard home at that. I love my rallying speech. I'll die to that. I keep going. Oh, the Thens are copping it big time. I just saw like 3 or 4 implosions of blood. No, I reckon she's all gone now. No! But historically, to be fair, Hardhome was a devastating defeat for the wildlings and the Night's Watch, and there goes Torment there as well. Valiant defeat. No! Okay, let's have a look at the stats. So, the wildlings deployed and the Night's Watch 3,525. They lost 2,900. Only 600 men of the Night's Watch and wildlings actually fled back over to the wall, and the White Walkers deployed 9,000. We killed 7,700. Wow. We killed more than 2 to 1. How fantastic is that? Who did most of the heavy lifting? Holy crap. A unit of Thens did 700. One did 400. Thoros. Sorry, not Thoros. John and Torment did 600 between them. Night's Watch did quite well. The wildlings did really well. Wow, 571 there. Archers for 23, 37, 304. So, yeah, maybe there was a couple units of Night's Watch that didn't live up to snuff, especially that 195. How did everyone else sort of do on that other side? Yeah, just a pretty average display from the White Walkers, if I do say so. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.